In the day-to-day grind of the logistics and supply chain roles that we perform, we all feel the impact of rising consumer expectations that goes with the new now economy. A time when products, services, and experiences are expected in an instant, the e-commerce logistics is setting a new norm for immediate communication and fast delivery times, putting much pressure for us to adapt and keep up. Sadly, many of us in the logistics business are also overwhelmed by a lot of challenges: infrastructure, regulatory, political, and environmental, and unable to compete in the terms of scale, network, capacity, and innovation. What is evident, though, is that with all the challenges we face, we have matured and become more resilient. Today, I'm focusing my talk not much on digital logistics framework. Hence, I will ask your indulgence for everyone to pause and join me as we do a short and simple reality check. Logistics services are the backbone of international trade, explains Carolyn Fruit, Director of Macroeconomics, Trade and Investment Global Practice of the World Bank Group. Good logistics reduce trade costs, but supply chains are only as strong as their weakest link. For developing countries, getting logistics right means improving their infrastructure, customs, skills, and regulations. This statement summarizes the key findings of Connecting to Compete, a World Bank Group biannual report which contains the Logistics Performance Index, LPI, of 168 economies around the globe. The 2018 LPI scores countries on how efficiently they move goods across and within borders. The LPI score increased by 0 points from 2.86 in 2016 to 2.90 in 2018, with improvements in our global ranking from 71 to 60. Please note, however, that the country's rank in 2012 was 52 with score of 3.02. Are we seeing better results in the 2020 round of the LPI survey? We have to act together now. In 2017, the Department of Trade and Industry, with the World Bank Group International Finance Corporation, carried out the first logistics efficiency indicator project to analyze the logistics performance of the Philippines. The LEI survey results presented by the World Bank consultant, Dr. Banumbong, shows that logistics cost per sales in the Philippines reached 27.16%, compared with Indonesia of 21.40%, Vietnam 16.3%, and Thailand 11.11%. The results of the project links how logistics performance in the Philippines to high logistics costs and identifies reliability as the leading supply chain performance issue for stakeholders. The issue on reliability also explains why the cost of warehousing 5.20% and inventory carrying cost of 8.78% is high as the trade community store more goods to prevent stock out. In concluding the study, Dr. Banumbong suggested creating awareness of a well-developed logistics plan, conducting supply chain studies on best worst performing sectors, conducting logistics corridor studies, and professionalizing the logistics industry. At this point, I wish to echo Dr. Banumbong's call for us to share among ourselves our logistics best practices, support logistics outsourcing and cooperation, and harmonious domestic logistics with international logistics standards. As I always say, nothing is late in life. We can do better if we all work together. When trucks stop, America stops. This headlines the American Trucking Association bold statement about the importance of commercial truck traffic to the U.S. economy. Properly and significant role it plays in mitigating adverse economic effects during a national or regional emergency. According to ATA, the U.S. economy depends on trucks to deliver 10 billion tons of virtually every commodity consumed. Over 80% of all foreign freight transported annually in the U.S. In the U.S. alone, this accounts to 700 billion worth of goods transported by trucks. We don't have that much data yet as far as our truck movement is concerned. Hopefully, LTRB will give us the report. But now, how about the Philippines? The unimpeded flow of truck is critical to the continued supply of goods into the market and in promoting safety and well-being of every Filipino. Hence, any disruption in truck traffic will lead to rapid economic instability. Remember the inflationary effect of the Manila truck ban and port congestion issue in 2014. I need not elaborate how it affected all of us. The absence of a long-term and well-crafted logistics master plan for the country provided our leaders a myopic view of our logistics framework, and in the end, implement ad hoc policies to confront and resolve transportation and logistics concerns. Hence, we banned trucks to move goods during a specific period of time, putting a sizable amount of our logistics assets unusable and idle. But of course, logistics providers will find alternative. Replacing one big truck with 3 or 4 smaller vehicles to maintain operations and meet the demands of the trading community. And then we implemented number coding, purposely to reduce the number of vehicles on the road. The results, however, proved to be different as we added more vehicles to cover up the number coding days. Now, data obtained from the 2019 semi-annual report of the LTO shows that for a period January to June 2019, here we go, a total of 1,475,992 new motor vehicles were registered. It was explained to us by Angkas this morning. And about 37 of the total registered motor vehicles are in the NCR Region 3 and Region 4A. Please refer to this table. Now, please note that for UV and trucks, we have a negative growth rate of 1.95 and 7.47 respectively. We still have a positive growth rate of 2.47% for trailers. Truck operators here will agree that we have to invest again in additional trailers to carry empty containers that we have to return to the shipping lines depot, improve our time around time, and increase truck utilization. We put value on the lives of the people on the road. Commuters, pedestrians, other drivers and motorists, road workers, law enforcers, community, and our own employees. The promotion of road safety involves everyone. We started the objective of driver education should expand more than teaching the skills to pass the road test and obtain a driver's license. We need to produce safer and professional drivers. Hence, an expanded driver education curriculum should include key components of road safety and defensive driving. destructive driving, economy driving, dangerous goods handling, etc., and considered period of recurrency. Commercial driving is a profession and now highly in demand here and abroad. Alam po ba nyo kung magkano sweldo na ngayon ng mga drivers? The drivers earns now from 25, 30, 35, 40,000 pesos a month. That is now the situation. If we train our drivers, they go abroad. That's why we lack drivers. As an initiative, we introduce immersive technology and simulation in our own Academy of Developmental Logistics to train and assess drivers for Air 21 delivery trucks and UB Express buses. You can take the UB Express buses from airport to Novali, airport to Santa Rosa, Tagapo, airport to Cubao, airport to Ortigas, airport to Manila, airport to Pitex, and airport to Makati. We started our P2P buses, we call it Express UB Premium Express buses 2.5 years ago. It's an advocacy. We earn, we lost money, but we continue. The simulator provides hands-on experimental training for commercial and even private drivers, offering experience without risk to people or equipment, as it exposes the drivers and students to various challenging and hazard-laden scenarios in a controlled and safe environment. What is happening now? Buses and cargo operations, when they go to the north, the driver is with the courier or the co-drivers. So they're all, still awake. And then they will replace each other as soon as, in between. So we are suggesting that they took the shipping schedule. So they have to be shifted after 6 hours of driving. It is not happening now. So I hope it happens, and we have to tell our providers that they should really adhere to the rule. Now, if we look, some of you are here from Europe. If we look at the EU rules, for example, drivers would need 45 minutes of mandatory break after 4.5 hours of continuous or accumulated driving. Drivers must take at least 11 hours of continuous hours of rest in one day, which can be reduced to 9 hours up to 3 times weekly. This gives a minimum of 13 hours or maximum 15 hours of work time for the drivers, and shift spread will cover driving, other work period of availability, and breaks. But what about commuting to from work, considering the traffic situation and the problem of mass transport in the Minopolis? As a final note, we would like to thank the Department of Trade and Industry and Bureau of Product Standards and our colleagues in the industry for giving us the opportunity to participate in crafting the new road freight standards for PNS 2135 for the Philippine logistics sector. Air 21 have started its journey towards its certification in this standard as we identify gaps in our processes and operations and start writing and implementing our action plans. Let us be reminded that in 2017, the Department of Transportation launched the Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program with the goal of making the country's public transportation system efficient and environmentally friendly by 2020. By 2020. The program calls for the phasing out of jeepneys, buses, and other PUV vehicles that are at least 15 years old and replacing them with safer, more comfortable, and more environmentally friendly alternatives over the next 3 years. I hope most of us here knows this. Hence, as early as 2015, when DNR issued DOW 2015 for implementing the vehicle emission limits to Euro 4, standards effective 1 July 2015 as mandated in the Philippine Clean Air Act of 1999, we started modernization and conversion program and hopefully meet the deadline set on June 2020. This is our commitment towards a reliable, safe, cost-efficient, and environmentally sustainable road freight transport. I will be happy to answer your questions during the open forum later. Thank you very much. Mabuhay po kayo.